Welcome my dear learners for this course on dynamics of machines. In this module 2, we were discussing on balancing of rotating masses and balancing of reciprocating masses. So far, we have solved 6 numerical problems on balancing of several rotating masses which are rotating in different plane. In this final lecture of module 2, we will be addressing problem number 7 of our discussion. I am discussing the solution for the question bank which I have attached through the link given in the description. Kindly click on the link given below this video in the description to get access to the question bank. For that question bank, we are discussing the solution in this lecture series. Moving ahead, the problem number 7 states that a shaft carries 4 rotating masses A, B, C and D which are completely balanced. The masses B, C and D are 50 kg, 80 kg and 70 kg respectively. The masses C and D make angle of 90 degree and 195 degree respectively with mass B in same sense. The masses A, B, C and D are concentrated at radius 75 mm, 100 mm, 50 mm and 95 mm respectively. The radius of rotation is also specified. The plane of rotation of masses B and C are 250 mm apart. Determine analytically mass A and its angular position, position of planes of A and D. So, if you carefully observe the problem, we have 4 rotating masses A, B, C, D. These 4 masses themselves are in completely balanced. So, there is no requirement of external balancing masses. These masses are arranged such a way that they are in dynamically balanced. So, for this problem, we want to find out what is the mass of A and position of planes A and D. If you observe the problem, the masses A, B, C, D are themselves in completely balanced. That is, they themselves are in dynamically balanced. There is no requirement of external balancing masses to balance these 4 unbalanced masses. So what he is asking, what is the mass of A and angular position of A and also position of planes A and D such a way that these 4 masses themselves are in dynamically balanced condition. Let us solve this problem. If I move ahead to list the data given for problem number 7, if I move ahead to list the data given for problem number 7, we have 4 masses MA, MB, MC and MD. The masses B, C and D are specified as 50 kg, 80 kg and 70 kg, whereas mass of A should be determined. And coming for radius of rotation, the radius are 75 mm, 100 mm, 50 mm and 90 mm respectively. Now coming for space diagram, he has specified the angles of masses C and D with respect to B. So therefore, I will take mass B as the reference. With respect to mass B, mass C is at an angle of 90 degree and mass D is at an angle of 195 degree. So this is the given data for us. Now he is asking what is the angle of mass A. So this is also unknown for us. We should calculate both MA and theta A. Now moving for the planes or position diagram. We have 4 planes A, B, C, D, A, B, C and D. The distance between the planes B and C is specified, which is 250 mm. We don't know what is the distance between plane A and B. Let us call it as X. And also we don't know what is the distance between planes C and D. Let us call it as Y. We should calculate MA theta A, X and Y for the system to be in dynamically balanced condition. So this is the given data for us. What we do, let us solve this problem graphically and verify the solution analytically. Let us solve this problem both graphically as well as analytically to get better understanding on balancing of several loading masses which are loading in different planes. So if I move ahead and complete the tabular column, first let us draw the rows and columns properly. This is 75 MA, this is 5000, 8 5s are 45, 4500, 9 7s are 63, 6300. So this is what we have. Now if I observe the force column carefully, we have only two unknowns, that is magnitude of mass A and angular position of mass A. We know rest all the things. For mass B, magnitude is known, direction is 0 degree. For mass C, magnitude is known, direction is 90 degree. For mass D, we know magnitude, direction is 195 degree. So since we have only two unknowns in the force column, I can solve for force polygon first. So let's directly solve for force polygon. So if I go for force polygon, because we have only two unknowns, I should choose a scale. Let me choose a scale of 1 centimeter is equal to, highest we have is 300, 6300. If I take 150, it will be very small. Let me take it as 500. If I take 500, how much I will get? I will get 12.6 centimeters, which can be manageable. So therefore I will go with 500. 1 centimeter is equal to 500 kgmm. Now for the chosen scale, this will becomes, this is how much? 6300 by 500, which is 12.6 centimeters. This is 4500 by 500, which is 9 centimeters. This is 10 centimeters. So this is what we have. Let us solve this. First, I should go for mass B, which is 10 centimeter at an angle of 0 degree. So draw 10 centimeter at an angle of 0 degree. Drawn 10 centimeter at an angle of 0 degree. This is 10 centimeter. Let us call it as OA. Next we have 9 centimeter at an angle of 90 degree. Draw 9 centimeter at an angle of 90 degree. Drawn 9 centimeter at an angle of 90 degree. Next we have 12.6 centimeter at an angle of 195 degree. So from horizontal to horizontal it is 180. 195 minus 180 is 15. So mark 15 degree from negative x-axis. Mark 15 degree from negative x-axis. Marked, which is nothing but 195 degree for us from the positive x-axis. From there you draw 12.6 centimeters. I drawn 12.6 centimeters. This is 12.6 centimeters. So what is the angle? This angle is 90 degrees and this angle is 195 degrees. Now you know that closing side should give the answer. So close from C to O. So close from C to O. Joint C to O is measuring 5.2 centimeters. So on measurement I am getting C to O as 5.2 centimeters. Now we know that the closing side should be the answer. So 75 MA must be equal to line CO into scale. So this you people already know. Hence the solution is 75 MA must be equal to line length CO into scale. So therefore MA is equal to 5.2 centimeters into scale is 500 divided by 75. So MA is turning out to be 5.2 into 500 divided by 75, which is 34.67 kg. So mass of A is 34.67 kg. Let me measure the angle. From horizontal to horizontal it is 180. 180 plus. From horizontal to horizontal it is 180. Till here it will become 270 degrees. So it is 270, 270, 280, 290. So you can see here it is 295. The angle is 270 plus 25. 270 plus 25 is 295. So mass of A is 34.67, whereas angle of A, that is theta A, is turning out to be 295 degrees. That is theta A is turning out to be 295 degrees. So this is the solution for mass A and theta A. Now I know the value of mass A, hence if I simplify I will get 34.67 into 75, which is 2600. So this is turning out to be 2600 after substituting the value of 34.67. Now I should choose the reference plane to complete the problem. I should choose a reference plane such a way that I will eliminate the unknown. Now we know all the masses, magnitudes as well as their directions. 0 degree, 90 degree, 195 degree and 295 degree are the solution what we have for directions, and also we have the magnitude of these masses. Now a careful observation reveals that if I choose A as a reference plane, A will be eliminated. Now distance from A to B is x, here I will get x. Distance from A to C is x plus 250, here also I will get x. Distance from A to D is x plus y plus 250, here also I will get x plus y plus 250. So I will get x plus y. As we know, only 3 sides will be remaining. The solution is a triangle. But to get a triangle, we should know at least one side. By knowing all the angles, we can't construct the triangle. At least one side must be known. If I choose A, I will get x plus y. So none of the sides will be known to me. So therefore A is ruled out. If I choose D also, I will get the same problem. I will get y plus 250, x plus y plus 250. So therefore, if I choose D also, I will get the same problem, that none of the sides will be known to me to construct the triangle. So the only choice is that I should go with B or C. So if I go with B, I will get less number of negatives. So therefore I should choose B as a reference plane. This is because of the reason, to construct a triangle we should know at least one side. With only angles we cannot construct the triangle. So therefore A and D are ruled out from the choosing as a reference plane. Hence go with plane B. If I go with plane B as a reference plane, the distance from reference plane to A is minus x. Here it is 0. Here we have 250. This is what I was explaining. We will get at least one of the sides. Whereas for D it is 250 plus y. Now if I complete the couple polygon column, I will get minus 2600 x 0. Here I will get 250 into 4500, which is 11,25,000. Here I will get 6300 times 250 plus y. This is what I got. Now let us solve this problem. I want to choose a scale for couple. If I move for couple polygon, as we know, in order to choose a scale, we should always equate the highest value to 10 centimeter and find out what is the value for 1 centimeter. So here we have only one numerical value. Let me take it as 10 centimeter. So therefore, the scale will become 1 centimeter is equal to 1,12,500 kg mm square. So for the chosen scale, this will become 10 centimeters. This you people already know. So now we know only side C. So therefore, lay down side C. So if I lay down side C, C is at an angle of 90 degree, magnitude is 10 centimeter. So draw a line at an angle of 90 degree at 10 centimeters. Drawn 90 degree at an angle of 10 centimeters. Let us take it as O dash, A dash. I drawn 90 degree line of magnitude 10 centimeters. Now we have a line of unknown length D, but the direction of D is known, which is 195 degree. So lay down at an angle of 195 degree D. That is from horizontal to horizontal, it is 180. So 180 plus 15 is 195. Draw unknown length. We don't know what is the dimension of this line. So draw a line of for unknown length. How much is this angle? This angle is 195 degree, and this must be equal to 6,300 250 plus y. Now the closing side should be this one, but here a careful observation is it is negative, minus sign we have. So therefore positive angle is 295 degree. What is the negative angle? So negative angle will be here, which is completely opposite to this. So this is the negative angle. This is the negative angle for mass A. So how much is this negative angle? So negative angle will be 295 minus 180. So 180 minus 295. So if I remove 180 from this, I will get the answer as 115 degree. So this is 115 degree. So theta A negative angle. Theta A negative angle is how much? 115 degrees. So this is the positive direction. Opposite to that is the negative direction. So between the positive and negative direction, the difference is 180 degree. So therefore remove 180 degree. The remaining thing is 295 minus 180, which is 115 degrees. Now here at the end of one, another vector should start. So here if it makes 115 degree, what will be the angle at closing side is the question. Correct? So what I mean to say is that, so if I know intersection point B dash, at B dash, if the angle is 115 degrees, if the angle is 115 degrees, what will be the angle at closing side? The careful observation will reveals that if I take the angle as 115 degree, the negative side, the vector is moving upward. Correct? See how it is moving? It is moving upward. So if I take the negative angle, it is moving upward. Since here I have negative, I am considering the negative vector of A. If I take negative vector of A, it is showing that it will move upward. So the line will go like this. Will it close the polygon? It will never close the polygon. So what does it mean? It means that the chosen reference plane A is completely wrong, which means A should come towards right side. if A should come towards right side, then this will become positive. If this will become positive, the positive angle is 295. We can see vector is coming down. So therefore the vector moving down will close. So this is a very, very tricky problem. If I choose the plane as A, I am getting negative. The negative angle is 115 degrees. If I go for negative angle, the vector is moving upwards. If I draw a vector upwards, it will never close the polygon, which indicates that vector should move downwards. In the sense, the vector is in the same direction as of force polygon, which means it is positive. Since it should be positive, the distance are measured positive only if it comes towards the right side. So therefore A should shift towards right side. Very, very important note. Make a note of it. So therefore this is a wrong results what we are getting for the chosen position of reference plane A. So this reveals that the reference plane A should come towards right of B. So if I choose it right of B, then the true angle is 295 degree. So if it makes 295 degree here, if it makes 295 degree here, what is the angle made at O dash is the question I am asking. So from horizontal to horizontal, you know it is 180. So therefore the remaining angle is how much? 180. It is 115 degrees. 115 degrees will be here. Correct? So this is of the form Z. So therefore this angle should be 115. So this is the known point B dash. So at the intersection, if I know B dash, from the horizontal it should make 295 degrees. Correct? So now what should be the angle at closing side is what I am asking. So remove 180, the remaining angle is 115. If at closing side, if it makes 115, obviously at the intersection B dash it will make 295 degrees. Let us do this. That is, at the closing side it should make 115 degree. Draw 115 degree. So if I draw a line and connect these two, I will get point B dash. So this extension is not required. So you can observe. So this is correct, this is wrong. So vector should move downwards. So this vector should move downwards, which means these two are parallel to each other. These two are parallel to each other. Here if I measure, I will get an angle of 295 degrees. Now we know that these sides, this B dash, O dash is equal to how much? 2600x. x must be equal to B dash O dash into scale. If I measure B dash to O dash, I am getting the solution as 8.7 centimeters. So therefore x is equal to 8.7 into scale is 112,500 divided by 2600. Hence calculate the value of x in mm, and also this must be equal to A dash B dash, that is 6300 times 250 plus y must be equal to A dash B dash into scale. So therefore the solution of y will be, how much is A dash B dash? A dash B dash is measuring 3.8 centimeters. A dash B dash is measuring 3.8 centimeters. It is 3.8 into scale is 112,500 divided by 6300 minus 250. So what is the value of y? So solving this, I will get 8.7 into 112,500 divided by 2600, which is 376.4. 376.4 towards right side. It should come towards right side, because we are getting these vectors as parallel and this as positive sign. If I go for negative, what I chosen A towards left is wrong, because the vector is moving away, it won't close the polygon. So therefore it should be positive angle, which means this must be positive. This can be positive if and only if A comes towards right side. Hence x is 376.4 mm towards right. Let me redraw the actual plane's position. Solution. Next, coming for y, it is 3.8 into 112,500 divided by 6300 minus 250, which is equal to minus 182. That is, we got the answer as minus 182.14 mm, which means this D should come towards left of C. D should come towards left of C. So the exact answer of the planes are the exact plane position are, so y should come towards left 182. So this is 250. 250 minus 182 is how much? 182.14, which is 67.86. So from B, D it at a distance of 67.86. So after B we have D. So the exact position are like this. First comes plane B, next comes plane D. So how much is this distance? Plane distance. This distance is just now we have calculated. This distance is how much? To C it is minus 182. So 250 minus 182 is how much? 250 minus 182.14, which is 67.86. So this distance is 67.86. 67.86. And later we will have C, plane C. C is at a distance of 250. C is at a distance of 250 given, and finally we will have plane A. So plane A is at a distance of 376. So this is the perfect answer for the given problem. The plane should be like this. The plane position is BDCA. It is not ABCD. It is BDCA. Now we can observe between C and D. Between C and D, it is minus 182.14. You can see here. It is between C and D. Since it is minus, D should come first. C will come later. Correct. So this is 67.86 and this is 250. This is 250 and this is 67.86. All dimensions are in mm. So this is the complete solution for problem number 7, which seems to be the most difficult one as far as what we have discussed. So let me pause this video for a while so that you people can copy down. Later we will solve this problem analytically. A careful observation is that initially we assumed the plane position as ABCD, but it is wrong. The actual plane position is BDCA. So this is the distance and plane positions from plane B. Hope the problem is clear. Let me pause this video for a while. Now if I move ahead to solve this problem analytically, so this is the data given. I listed the given data. Now I should solve this problem analytically. For analytical also you do like this only. Now for this is the data known for us. Now I should find what is the magnitude of mass A, theta A and x and y. Let us solve this. If I complete the force column, I will end up with what? It is 75 MA. Then we have 5000, 4500, 6300. Correct? Now coming for force, we know that summation of forces must be equal to 0. What does it mean? Summation of forces must be equal to 0. It means that what we are taking is Fc by omega square. Let us take like that only. It is Fc by omega square must be equal to 0. So closed polygon means sum of Fc by omega square must be equal to 0. That is, which means that sum of Fc horizontal by omega square must be equal to 0 and sum of Fc vertical component by omega square must be equal to 0. Correct? Because all these are inclined to certain angles. So since they are inclined to certain angles, we have both horizontal component as well as vertical component. Sum of all the horizontal forces must be equal to 0. Sum of all the vertical forces must be equal to 0 for static equilibrium. So therefore, if I use this, Fc is what? M omega square R. Omega square get cancels. So therefore it is summation of Mr must be equal to 0. Summation of Mr must be equal to 0. That is, Mr horizontal component is cos theta, because all the angles are measured with reference to horizontal. Hence cos theta will give us horizontal component. So sum of Mr cos theta must be equal to 0. Sum of Mr sin theta must be equal to 0. What is Fc by omega square? Mr, right? Which means this is nothing but what? Sum of Mr cos theta must be equal to 0, which means this is Mr sin theta must be equal to 0. Right? So now if I use this condition and solve, what I am going to get? First, if I go for horizontal component, it is MA RA cos theta A plus MB RB cos theta B plus MC RC cos theta C plus MD RD cos theta D must be equal to 0. How much is MA RA? MARA is 75 MA. 75 MA. How much is theta A? Theta A is unknown, so therefore keep it as it is, theta A. How much is MBRB? MBRB is 5000. Theta B is 0 degree, cos 0 is 1, plus MCRC is 4500 into theta C. Theta C is how much? 90 degree, cos 90 is 0, plus MDRD is how much? 6300 into cos theta D. Theta D is 195. How much is cos of 195? Cos of 195 degree is minus 0.966, must be equal to 0. So if I solve this, what I am going to get? MA cos theta A is equal to how much? MA cos theta A is equal to, that will become plus, so it is 0.966 into 6300 minus, this will become 0, this is minus 5000, divided by 75, which is 14.477. This is 14.477. Take it as equation A. Now go for second one. Sum of MR sin theta is equal to 0, which means MARA sin theta A plus MBRB sin theta B plus MCRC sin theta C plus MDRD sin theta D is equal to 0. Now how much is MARA? It is 75 MA sin theta A, because theta A is unknown. MBRB is 5000, angle is 0 degree, sin 0 is 0. MCRC is 4500, angle is 90 degree, sin 90 is unity. MDRD is 6300, sin theta D. Theta D is 195 degree, sin of 195 degree is minus 0.2588, which is equal to 0. Minus 0.2588, which is equal to 0. So therefore, what is the value of MA sin theta A? So that will become positive 0.2588 into 6300 minus 4500. This is 0 divided by 75, which is minus 38.2608. Take it as equation B. Now solve equation A and B. We have two unknowns, two equations. I can get the answer. So if I divide equation B by A, equation B divided by A, equation B divided by equation A gives us tan theta A is equal to minus 38.2608 divided by 14.477. Therefore, theta A is how much? Theta A is tan inverse of minus 38.2608 divided by 14.477, which is minus 69.27, minus 69.27 degrees, or negative means it is measuring clockwise from positive x-axis. So in the counterclockwise direction, if I measure, how much is this? 360 minus this one. 360 minus this one is how much? 290.72. So it is 290.72 290.72 degrees. 290.72 degrees positive angle. So negative means from the positive x-axis measure clockwise. Positive means from the positive x-axis measure counterclockwise. So it is 69.27 clockwise or 290.72 counterclockwise. Hope you understood. Next, I want the magnitude of MA. To find the magnitude of MA, square and add equation A and B. Squaring and adding equation A and B. Squaring and adding equation A and equation B. So square and add equation A and B. So if I square and add, it is MA square cos square theta A plus MA square sin square theta A. So MA square, if I take common, sin square theta plus cos square theta is unity. So therefore MA square will become what? MA square is equal to 14.477 square plus minus 38.2608 square. So therefore, how much is magnitude of mass A? Magnitude of mass A is 14.477 square plus 38.2608 square under the root. It is 40.9 kgs. It is 40.9 kg. So this is the mass of A and direction of A. We have calculated mass of A and direction of A. Let me pause this video for a while so that you people can copy it down. Later we will calculate what is the value of X and Y. So before that, if I fill out, I am getting MA as 40.9. And we got theta A as 290.72. So we got theta A as 290.7 degree. So I can write it here, right? 40.9. Next, moving ahead, as we already discussed, let us go for plane B as a reference plane. As we already discussed in our graphical method, choose plane B as a reference plane and let me take from B itself all the distances. That is, let me take Z, let me call this as Z. So Z is the distance from B to D directly. So let me take the distances directly from B, to avoid confusions. So therefore, the distance from reference planes will become minus x, 0, 250 and Z. So if I complete the table, what I am going to get? So I am determining the values of distance of the planes directly from B. So it is 75 into 40.9, which is 3067 minus 3067.5 x. This is 0. This will become 250 into 4500, which is 11,25,000 25,000 and this is 6,300 Z. Now I should find the value of X and Z. As you know, moving for couple polygon, that is, if polygon is closed, which means summation of couple is equal to 0. Sum of C by omega square must be equal to 0, which means that in first case I should take sum of MRL cos theta must be equal to 0. In second case I should take MRL sin theta must be equal to 0. So if I go for first case, that is MA RA LA cos theta A plus MB RB LB cos theta B plus MC RC LC cos theta C plus MD RD LD cos theta D must be equal to 0. Now how much is MA RA LA? It is minus 3067.5 into how much is cos theta A? Theta is 290.7, so therefore cos theta A, cos of 290.7 degrees is how much? 0.3535. 0.3535 plus MBRBLB, this will become 0, plus MCRCLC is this one 1125,000 cos theta C. Theta C is 90, cos 90 is 0, cos 90 is 0 plus MDRD is 6,300 Z cos theta D. Theta D is 195, cos of 195 degree is how much? Minus 0.966, which is equal to 0. So therefore I left out with, so I'll directly get the value of Z. So how much is Z? Z is equal to how much? Oh sorry, here we have missed out X. It is 3067.5 X. So your X should come into picture. It is X into 0.75. So therefore I'll get an equation. So I'll get an equation as I'll get X in terms of Z, right? So it is 3067.5 into 0.3535. How much? 1084.36x plus 6,300 into 0.966, which is 6085.8 Z is equal to 0. So throughout I multiplied by negative sign. So throughout I multiplied by negative sign, I got this equation. Let us take this as equation number 1. Next, if I move for second one, that is sum of MRL sin theta must be equal to 0. So if I go for that, first one is this one, MRL sin theta. It is minus 3067.5x into sine of, how much is the angle? 290.7. Theta A is 290.7. Sin theta A is equal to minus 0.935 plus MBRBLB is 0 plus MCRCLC is 11,25,000 into theta c. Theta c is 90, sin 90 is 1, plus MDRD LD is 6,300Z, 6,300Z, sin theta d, sin of theta d is 195 degrees. It is minus 0.2588, must be equal to 0. So just replace cos thetas by sin thetas. So this will give one more equation, that is minus of minus is plus. So therefore I will get 3067.5 into 0.935, which is equal to 2868.11 x. So we have minus 6300 into 0.2588, which is 1630.44Z. This must be equal to minus 11,25,000. Take it as equation B. Now solve these two equations for two unknowns. If I solve equation A and B in equation mode, I will go for equation. I will choose ax plus by is equal to c. A11 is 1084.36, B1 is 6085.8, C1 is 0, A22 is 2868.11, B22 is minus 1630.44, C2 is minus 1125,000. So if I solve, I will get the value of x as minus 356.168. I will get the value of y as 63.46. So this is solution for distance of the reference planes, that is x is minus. So what we took x, according to us we should get positive. If I get positive, the diagram what I took is correct. Since I am getting negative, I should shift it to other direction. So therefore the correct plane position is correct plane position is, first I should get B, then we have 63.46 as D. So then I should get D, which is 63.46. Then we have C, distance of C is known, which is 250, and finally we have A. Distance of A is, just now we have calculated, it is 356.18, 6.17. So this is the correct plane positions. B, D, C, A is the correct order, but what we choose is A, B, C, D. So you can verify the answers what we have solved using graphical method. So for problem number 7, analytical method seems to be an easier one compared to graphical method. So I have demonstrated how to use analytical method also in our problem number 7. This completes our discussion on balancing of rotating masses. From next lecture, I will take up balancing of reciprocating masses. That's all from this lecture. Thank you all.